Anna, Senior UX Designer in Solve.Care.
And we are very happy to welcome you at our requirement session for Care.Card Design Contest 2019.
Yes, it is really interesting contest, and I'll be happy to participate in this contest also, but unfortunately I can't. So I just help you to understand more how to participate.
Yes, and we are so excited to open our submissions process. So we are ready to start, and let us switch to tech mode and let's go. Today we will tell you more about our company, about Care.Card Design Contest. We tell you more about how we feel in today Care.Card requirements, and of course about design guidelines. So let's start with our company. What is Solve.Care? Solve.Care is a healthcare platform that uses blockchain for effective care coordination, decentralized administration, and real-time payments between patients, providers, and insurance companies. Our mission is making healthcare simple for every man, woman, and child on the planet. Solve.Care now is a team of more than 100 professionals, which have been leading by extremely experienced leadership with 25 years of healthcare and IT expertise. We have offices in different regions in US, in UK, of course Ukraine, Singapore, and Estonia. We are also proud of our 20,000 community with supporters and brand ambassadors who help us to change healthcare globally. Since 2017, we have partners with different organizations, including such companies as Uber Health and Lyft, partners from federal government, platform partners, and many others. Solve.Care has two major clients. The first one, Arizona Care Network. This was the first implementation of blockchain technology and digital currency in healthcare for value-based payments. Our second client is Boehringer Ingelheim, top 20 leading pharmaceutical company, and we are building a solution for people with diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. This product will be live by the end of the year, and it will be a huge move to better diabetes management. Let us tell you more about platform core elements so you will know what you actually will be designing. So our platform core elements are Care Wallet, Care Cards, Care Protocol, Care Vault, and Care Coin. Care Wallet is a personal benefits and administrative wallet for members. Care Wallet consists of Care Cards and Care Coins. Care Cards are decentralized apps that link and sync across wallets, and they're very similar to apps in Apple Store. Care Protocol is a system that connects and synchronizes wallets, cards, and coins. Care Vault is responsible for security and managed access, and Care Coin is an intelligent programmable token used to pay providers.
Yes, and Care Cards also have some options. Care Cards situated on main screen of the app, and they consist from different decks. Some Care Cards you can link to other cards. For example, patient can link Book a Ride card to the appointment card and share those cards to care coordinator. And cards consist of tiles. Tile is an element on a card that can include some information or action that can be useful for patient.
Now you can see that our platform is growing globally very fast. That's why we decided to build a global community of designers and developers. Community which can create care cards for different regions, ages, specific needs, and communities that help us in changing healthcare globally. Care.Card contest is not only about competition and opportunity to get significant prizes, it's also about being a part of a global community of ambitious people who will change healthcare together with us. Our first contests are dedicated to UX and UI design, as we believe that great UX and UI can change lives. that you all can make your mark in improving healthcare outcomes, people's perception of wellness and well-being, and ease of access to care for every man, woman, and child worldwide. Let me tell you more about benefits of participation. The first one is real-life impact on global healthcare, as the best submissions will be implemented in our care wallets and will be used by people all around the globe. You also will have a chance to get exposure to famous UX and UI designers that are in our panel of judges and get professional mentorship during the whole contest. The best submissions will be also promoted at different design platforms, media, and Solve.Care corporate channels. The best submissions will be also, the creators of best submissions will be also invited to the interview to join Solve.Care team. And of course, prizes are really good. We have 3 main winners with $3,000 prize for the first place, $2,000 for the second place, and the third place will get $1,000. Also, the creators of the 10 best submissions will receive special prizes from our team. Let me remind you also about our timeline. The registration will be open till October 4th, and submission will be opened till October 8th. From October 9 till October 16, our judges will evaluate all submissions, and on October 17th, we will get the winners. Of course, we will tell you about judging criteria, which you could keep in your mind while creating your submission. First of all, it's user flow. Does the user know where to start? Is the path from start to finish clearly defined? Information architecture. Does the card have clear navigation, understandable labeling, well-defined icons? Presentation. How the idea was presented? Design. Does the card have an aesthetically pleasing visual design using a proper color palette? And of course, content. Does the card have accurate, engaging content appropriate for its target audience? And of course, we welcome your creativity. Please pay attention if your card includes creative ideas. All submissions will be evaluated by our professional panel of judges. This year, they are really amazing. For example, Lizzie Kelly Dyson is a senior UX designer at dunnhumby and also a co-founder of Ladies That UX, an initiative founded to support women in the UX industry. So girls, please join us. Eric Rice is CEO of the FedEx Group in Copenhagen, a leading UX company. Eric was also a professor of usability and design at the IE Business School in Madrid. Melissa Doros has over a decade of UX and UI experience and has been quoted in Forbes magazine as the UX industry leader. Dorjan Vulai is a UX and UI design expert and writes professional commentary on design use and developments. He's also an Instagram influencer with more than 40,000 followers and is one of the top 7 designers worth following. Martina Mitz began her career as a web and later UX designer in 1999. Since then, she has worked with such companies as eBay, PayPal, Volkswagen. She is a certified psychologist and applies the background to her UX work. So let's now talk more about your submission requirements. First of all, every submission should include a clickable prototype of how you feel in today's card and a PDF presentation explaining your solution. We choose for this contest How You Feel in Today Care card as its philosophy is to connect patients, doctors, and care coordinators in a single ecosystem. This ecosystem should make disease management easier for all parties, simplifying and resolving healthcare administration and coordination issues. We choose a very special use case that can be common for all regions and all people, and let's imagine this situation where a patient and doctor are having an appointment. They are discussing the patient's complications caused by chronic disease. The doctor prescribes a new medication and asks the patients to track changes in their health using a special How You Feel in Today Care card. This care card will help the doctor understand if the patient responds well to the medication or if it causes side effects that could endanger their health. And now, let me show you how our journey looks like. So we have three parties. Doctor, patient, and coordinator. So the first step is when the doctor opens Care Wallet application, then goes to How You Feeling Today deck and create How You Feeling Today care card according to the patient's coordination with questions regarding the new medications potential side effects. After that, doctor sends this care card to patient, and patient receives it in his care wallet. Patient opens How You Feeling Today care card and fill in all the questions, answers to this questionnaire, and share it with care coordinator. The patient repeats this task daily, and on the fourth day of the patient's tracking, the Solve.Care system detects a high-risk symptom and suggests setting up an appointment with the patient's doctor. The care coordinator receives the notification and creates an appointment card for this patient. When the appointment card is created, care coordinator links the patient's How You Feeling Today card to it as reason for appointment and sends the appointment care card to both the patients and the doctors. I know that maybe for those who hear all this information for the first time, it can be a little complicated, but believe me, when you read these requirements 2 or 3 times, it will be clear for you, and you will understand that this is very simple and effective way of making all parties in sync about a patient's well-being. Also, we created for you a description of all avatars, patient, doctors, and care coordinator. And Anna, please tell guys what they can use here.
Okay, let's consider all participants in details. Patient, Anna Becker. She is generalized character with cardiovascular disease, and we hope that information about Anna helps to feel some empathy to the patient and to understand her goals. She wants to achieve better health outcomes and receive proper care and treatment. Her challenges and values and frustrations. Also, we have doctor. Doctor, he is a specialist in his field, and his goal is a little bit different. He wants to provide the best care possible and engage patients to take an active role in their care that will lead to better outcomes. He has some responsibilities and he wants to provide the best experience of service for patients. He wants to motivate patients to take care about their health. Not all patients pay attention to symptoms that need to be addressed to the doctor. That's the reason why How You Feeling Today card can be really useful for doctor. And care coordinator Laura Walker, her goal is facilitate effective communication between patient and healthcare provider. So care coordinator actually helps doctor and patient to keep in touch and to let know each other how things are going. And here I want to provide you with design guidelines. As you already know, we have some types of care cards. And the first card is home card. This card collects all decks of Care Wallet, including How You Feeling Today deck. If you click on some of those decks, for example, this one, and you go inside this deck, you will go to this first care card. This card has the same bottom menu like home card. And if you click on home card, you will back to the home card. But if you click on some element on the card, you will go deeper to the deck to other type of cards, care cards. Now I'll show you some difference between. So header can include search, filter, and some options like additional information, sharing, linking, or log information. Back to the previous screen. Here you can see that card can have just name of the card or search and filter. And also bottom can have just standard bottom menu or bottom menu with two buttons like bottom back and best next action. Best next action also can be inactive or disappear from card if it's not needed. Also here you can find our current guidelines. Here are all colors that we use now in our application and all font types. Also here you can see some shadows that we use for tiles. Tiles can be clickable like this one or not clickable. And all tiles have the same structure. It has padding 16 points from all sides. And here you can see some examples what tile can be. Here you can see that tile has just text or text and some label, text and action, icon and text, etc. And also tile can be divided on 5, 4, 3 or 2 parts. Actually that's all, and you can add more colors, you can provide us with more kind of tiles, whatever you want, just show your creativity.
Yes, feel free to add different gamification elements, additional colors, characters, some videos. All your crazy ideas can be implemented in this contest. So, now Q&A. I know that you already sent us some questions. Let us switch to normal mode so you can see us. Unfortunately, we can't see you, but that's okay. Hi, everyone, again. So, the first question, can we have this slide at the end? Okay, so all of you received submission requirements file yesterday to your emails, and also we'll have this webinar in record, so you can watch it again. But unfortunately, no, we can't share this deck with you. But video and file with requirements will be available. Second question is, do we get client requirement document for this contest? If you mean that this is client's requirements, so I'd like to add that this is common use case that can be implemented in some times later. So our requirements are those that we sent you, and if we have any other, then we'll add it.
Yes, actually flows can be changed in future, but the main idea will be the same.
Yes, and we think that these requirements will be enough for you to create an outstanding design of this card. The next question is, I assume you have your own design system or components library that could be used during contests to keep everything consistent with your current tools. Do you provide such things?
Actually, yes, we have library, we have all elements, but the idea of the contest that we wouldn't show you all elements that we have now, because we want to see other side of our app. We want to see something new, not like in our application right now. That's why we think that you can add more colors, style guidelines, and maybe we even change our guidelines according to your proposal.
Yes, the main idea is to get the best user experience. Anna, also we received yesterday question about Figma file. Can you please answer to this question?
Yes, about Figma file. Figma is available for everyone. You can have 5, I think, having free projects inside, but you can freely open the file and see all distances between elements, all color palettes, all elements. It just helps you to use those cards examples and do not build them in your own app. You can use any app that you need, maybe Adobe XD or Sketch, Adobe Photoshop, anything you want, but Figma will help you to know how a card builds right now, all distances, colors, etc.
Okay, the next question. When will the first Care.Card be ready for client use? Our product is already in use by Arizona Care Network. Our Care Wallet for physicians is in use since 2018, and they have different Care Cards. So if we are talking about how we're feeling today, Care Cards, I'm sure that this product will be in use very soon. Next question. Is this designed for iPhone users or includes Android phones too?
Yes, it includes Android users too. On example of the card, we use screen for iPhone X, but you can choose any screen you want, maybe Android if you want. It's not a problem.
Okay. Any questions more? We still have time. Okay, one more question. Is it only one prototype per user? Can I create several prototypes, and how many times can I submit my work? You can provide as many How You Feeling Today card prototypes as you wish. No limitations in this site. The main requirement is to be creative and ambitious, of course.
More questions?
Yes. The next question already answered about programs for creating our prototypes. How will you choose a winner? Which criteria are in the list? Actually, we mentioned this in our deck. The main criteria are design, content, also its presentation, creativity, your user flow, and information architecture. So all these 6 criteria will be, all our judges will pay attention to all these 6 criteria. Let me check more questions. Will the user case document be shared on Telegram? What do you mean user case?
I think it's about background, about user background, that patient go to the doctor and receive some new remedy prescription.
Yeah, it's already shared with you yesterday. If you haven't received this letter, please let us know in Telegram or at our contest email, and we will send you these requirements once again. Next question. Can we expect more Q&A sessions during submission period? Good question, thank you. If you need them, of course, we can do more sessions to answer to all your questions.
But you can write to us any day, any time, and we will try to manage all problems that you have.
Yes, we have very active admins in our Care.Card contest group. If you haven't joined it, please do it now or later, but please do it. And ask your questions there. It's the most immediate way to get answer to your question. Okay, let me check more questions. You're so active. Thank you for your engagement. Can I participate if I'm from EMA region? Of course. Please participate. Please join us. No limitations in regions. No limitations.
And
I'm a self-educated UX freelancer. Can I join?
Of course. Everybody that have ambitions to participate in our contest can participate.
We can wait for more questions, please. Still have time.
Yes, we told a lot about our application. I think maybe even too much information. We just hope that it helps you in the end to provide the best result you can, because sometimes we need more content around to understand how to provide the best result, because this application not just for patient, as you see, also for providers, for care coordinator, and everybody use like the same app but with different functionality. More questions?
Let me check. Should I use stories provided in requirements for Care.Card creation, or can I use my own scenario? Actually, for better judging process, you should use our scenario, and I believe that it will be easier way for you to create this clickable prototype when you have all information.
But you can think deeply, yes, this scenario maybe it can include some details, and you can think about those details. Maybe patient needs to provide more information about his feeling, etc. So you are free to add more details for this scenario.
Wow, Anna, we have very interesting question. Do you have some focus groups to validate some design hypotheses?
Actually, we have, and we will provide more user testing in future. Now this process just starts, and I hope that these user flows that you will work on also will be tested on focus group, of course.
If I win the contest, will I get a job offer from your company? I like this question. We'll be happy to have more employees, more team members. And actually, the winners will get an opportunity. The winners will be invited to interviews in our company and of course can join Solve.Care team.
Great. Who is the care coordinator? Oh, okay. Back into the flow. Patient speak or connect with provider, with the doctor from care coordinator. So care coordinator gather all information from patient or from doctor and send it if needed to patient or to doctor. For example, care coordinator receives some information about how patient feel today and it doesn't have any risks. In this case, care coordinator do not have to send this information to doctor because with patient everything okay. But if care coordinator receives some strange information that he think doctor needs to know, then he will send it to doctor. So care coordinator like in the middle of this chain between patient and doctor.
Is the submission an online one because I'm from India? Is it okay to participate? Sure. You are welcome to participate and join our submission process. Maybe you're our next winner, so let's see.
Yeah.
Does this contest involve the use of the other care platforms like Care Wallet, Care Coin, etc.? So all these elements are core elements of our platform. They all exist in one system. Care Wallet consists all our care cards, and Care Coins is an intelligent token to make payments for providers. So especially for this use case, you don't need Care Coins, but let's imagine that all these use cases are in Care Wallet in a special How You Feeling Today deck, right?
Yep. So actually, the main Part of our Care wallet is home card Care wallet, and Care coins. We just wanted to present you all elements, so you wouldn't have question what those icons means. But you don't need to use them in your user flow.
Can you guys add styles and core elements to Figma file? They already are in PDF requirements. Recreating them in Figma again is only a big time wasting.
Actually, I think we can add, but it's not so important to use the same color. That's why we just decided to not add them to this file. And the main color of the header and the footer, they are already in our color palette, and you are free to use different colors for tiles that you will put on cards that you will create. So it's not obligated to use the same colors that we presented you. That's why we didn't add them.
Yes, so they are just some guidelines.
Like example for you, but it's not obligated to use the same.
I use Adobe XD. Can we have XD file just as there is for Figma? Definitely question for you.
Unfortunately, no. I think in this case you maybe even can just load PNG of header and footer. Do not export them, or not PNG, maybe YEPS or SVG file. It's not a problem if you use such elements. Do not paste them again in Adobe XD.
Can we have an InVision Studio file?
InVision Studio file. For what? For clickable prototype?
Please clarify your question. This is the second part of the first question. But don't you think that the final success is deeply connected with your target audience, and creating prototypes without validating this hypothesis could not be efficient? Do you remember? He asked about our focus groups.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is a contest, and we launched it to gather your ideas, to know more how care cards can look like, what creative ideas can be implemented, and what design or other elements can help to make the best user experience. So, especially for contest, we don't use these focus groups and so on. It's just for your creativity. And of course, it will be implemented later. But on this stage, this is for creative minds.
Yes, usability testing, it's more about how elements are situated on the card. But our contest are more about how to motivate patient to fill in this, how we fill into the card, and which information to provide, and how it can be useful for doctor or for care coordinator.
Mm-hmm. What is the deadline for the design contest, and how long will it be before the winner is chosen? So submission deadline is October 8th, and you can still register till October 4th. Then there will be 1 week for judgment process, so you will not wait too long for the results. And the winners will be announced on October 17. So please follow our social medias and major groups, so you will be the first one who know everything.
About InVision.
Just a minute, we are waiting.
InVision file is like the style guide for InVision, just like you have in Figma. Actually, if it helps you, we can provide it in InVision. It's not a problem. I think we can create one more link with InVision link. What do you think, Mr. C? If it's a problem for you to use Figma, I think we can create such link with the same file. in InVision.
Yeah, but actually that file was to let you know the sizes, yes, and
Sizes, colors, and
if it
like
helps you,
example.
if it helps you, and maybe if other participants also require this InVision file, by the way, please mention if you require, then we can add it. Okay. Does accuracy and clear structure of source files influence on the results? As we already mentioned, the presentation is an important part of judging criteria. So it should be clear why you choose special elements and why you decided to make this solution this way. But source files, we don't ask you to provide source files. Only winners and best clickable prototypes can be asked for source files.
So no. But I think it will just help you to do your best in your design. That's all.
Yes, and we still have 5 minutes, so please write your questions. I use XD for all my design. Having the file XD would be really helpful. Is it third?
Unfortunately,
Is it a third program?
no, it's Photoshop XD that we already mentioned. Unfortunately, no, and it's okay if you use just SVG of the file that we provide in Figma. You can load SVG file, SVG element of header and footer, and actually that's all that you need from this source file, and use it in XD. I think it wouldn't be a problem in this case.
I see that you use standard native SF Pro fonts. Is it allowed to use any other fonts?
Good question. Actually, I think maybe like additional font you can add it, but you need to know that this SF Pro font will be used for all applications. So if you think that on How You Feeling Today card you can add one more font for some reason, then you can add it. But you can change it at all from all cards.
Will this be the only Care.Card design competition? Of course not. It will be more competitions, not only for UX designers, but for developers also. So follow our social medias to be the first one who knows everything. By the way, for now we have more than 500 registrations, so we are very excited with your activity. Our colleague shows us that we have only 2 minutes, so thank you all for your attention.
And for your questions, they are really valuable.
We hope that this session also helped you to know more about our platform, about our requirements, and will motivate you to create really good cards, outstanding design, and we will love it. Looking forward to all the submissions you will send to us. Bye.
Bye.